Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back. Tell a friend. Hey everybody, here with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be taking a look at our Lego Castle collection. All the different kinds of castles that we have in our display from different themes and whatnot. But before I go any further, let me just say, if you like this video, any of the videos on the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's take a look at our castle collection after the intro coming in now. So we're going to start by taking a look at our 2009-2010 era Red King's Castle. And this is a nice castle that often gets overlooked in Lego history. We've actually kind of made it part of our Camelot Castle, which we will be talking about a little bit later on in the video, but I wanted to give this castle a little bit of a shine on its own. And if you want to see what these knights are up to, check out my Lego Castle Adventures to find out what's going on. But yeah, the 2009 King's Castle, very good one. And next up we have a vintage one here, the Black Falcon's Fortress. This is a beauty from back in the 80s. Mine is modified a little bit. The biggest change that I made is in regards to the yellow panels, printed panels. These two, this set only came with one and it's supposed to be on the front, but I had an extra one, so I decided to move it to the back. I think it looks good that way. But yeah, this vintage beauty, Black Falcon's Fortress. And next up, we have another vintage beauty, and this is Black Knight's Castle. Mine is modified a little bit from the original form. I have turned it into a Black Falcon's Castle, but I still maintained the original yellow panels here because those look great. See them from both angles there. And you can see this castle from all the different sides and everything. But one of the things that I did change is this is not the correct base plate that this set came on. I actually do have the correct base plate, but it's on my original El Dorado Fortress. So, and I kind of like the way the darker one looks. As you can see, a little look at the little secret entrance on the back. And there's a look on the main play area of the castle. This is definitely a castle that a lot of Lego Castle fans have high on their list. For good reason. It is a great beauty, and there's a look at the little prison there and a wizard's tower. And next up we have my Creator 3-in-1 Rebrickable MOC. Got this off of Rebrickable, and this is two of the Creator 3-in-1 castles. Actually, it's more like 1 3/4. There's quite a bit of extra parts left over, but I liked the way this came out. It's definitely a nice upgrade over the original set, and I turned mine into my Green Dragon Knight's castle. As you see, the green dragon in the tower. The Creator 3-in-1 set is definitely a good castle to, get multiples of and try to see what kind of creations you can come up with, or go on Rebrickable to see what kind of things other people have come up with. So I definitely highly recommend this castle and set to do that. And here we get a look at the throne room. Like I said, it's one of the better throne rooms you're going to see today on this Lego Castle collection. So that's another thing that this castle's got going on for it. So I definitely enjoy it and am glad to have it in the collection, that's for sure. And next up, we're moving over to my Red Dragon Knights faction. I kind of make this my evil faction in my castle display, and the main set that makes up it is the classic vintage castle Black Monarch's Castle, another classic castle from Lego's yesterday. I really am a big fan of this set, as most people are within the castle community, so I was definitely happy to make it my main bad guy castle. And the set actually opens up in the back. It's another one that does that, and so you can access the inside and everything, and so it has a lot of playability, and it's just another one of those classic vintage Lego masterpieces that they just used to just knock out of the park back in the 80s. And next up is we have my supersized 2013 Blue Lion Knights Castle. And even though the 2013 wave kind of is considered a black mark or lesser than in the Lego Castle history, um, these sets often are overlooked and underappreciated. In all honesty, you could get a lot of multiples of this set, the main castle, or in my case, I got one main castle and quite a few of the gatehouse raid sets, and you could really make a cool, like, monstrous castle. So it had this modular connectability to it that I don't think really got properly appreciated in its original run, and it unfortunately is kind of looked as a lesser theme or lesser wave in the annals of Lego Castle history. But I still think it's a nice castle, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. And yeah, the 2013 castle. And next up, we're going to move out of the castle theme and we're going to look at the Lego Disney Castle. This is the original Disney Castle that was done. They've done a more modernized version, but we actually prefer the original one, and that's what we have in our collection. And even though this isn't really part of the castle theme, it still says castle in the title, right? So it's a castle, right? But this set was the most beautiful set that we had in our collection for quite some time. It has just recently been dethroned by Rivendell, because Rivendell is just a beautiful set. But this set still has to be number 2. Lego did a great job with this thing, and it really kind of begs the question why they even kind of did a remake on it. It wasn't really necessary, in my opinion, other than because Disney themselves did a repaint on theirs in real life, and so I guess we had to get more products, because that's kind of what happens in life. But nevertheless, this castle is really nice, and you see it decked out with all the different characters and everything. The missus is a big fan of Lego Disney stuff, and so we collect the minifigures and the theme whenever we feel is necessary. So yeah, the Disney Castle. And next up, we're going to continue to stay outside of the traditional castle theme, and we're going to look at our supersized Helms Deep mock that we did for Lego Lord of the Rings. And this is kind of like a Helms Deep times 2, or at least Helms Deep times 1.75 maybe, because we didn't use the full 2 sets, but we did take 2 sets and kind of build this monstrosity out, and I think it looks pretty stinking good. I mean, yeah, it's a work in progress. There will be some changes we make to it over time, but I think it is far better than just having one of these sets. It actually gives the look and feel of something. But as I said, a work in progress. I want to continue what I'm doing here out with the green all the way down through this front of it. I think that will look really good. I'm just running low on green parts at the moment, so I kind of had to put a stall on that. And I have some other ideas and everything that I want to get done in it, like maybe work on this, make this path a little bit cleaner, stuff like that. And here's the inside of it. My son's been playing in it, and he's got a bunch of snakes, so the snakes are invading Helms Deep right now. But I would eventually like to do some more work on the inside here. But the throne room that came in this set originally, I was talking about the other throne room. This is another great throne room, one of the better ones you're going to see here today, as we get a look on the little bit here at the rest of it. But yeah, Helms Deep, another great one. And now we're going to look at a couple of honorable mentions. I don't know if you can fully say these are castles or not, but this is the Forestman River Fortress, a classic 80s set, Forestman set. And I don't know if it's a castle, but I wanted to give it at least an honorable mention. And then another one is our Mordor mock, and as of right now, it's got the Tower of Orthanc as the main focal point in it. But that's going to be replaced with Barad-dûr, hopefully this June. Fingers crossed if the leaks are true. And so, yeah, our Mordor section, I wanted to give an honorable mention as well. And now we're on to the final two castles in our collection. And we're going to start with our Camelot Castle mock. And you can see the 2009 Red King's Castle over on the right. That's kind of that fortress barrier on it. And then there is the Kingdom's Joust set out in front. And then I used some of those Gatehouse raid sets from the 2013 wave to complete it. Just changed them from blue to red. And then just built some walls and put a moat in. Because, you know, you gotta have a moat around at least one of your castles. Right? And so that's what I did there. And we raised up the castle itself just a little bit. And then you can see this wall over here on the other end. You can see the two Gatehouse raid sets that I was talking about there. And then we got a nice little Camelot market down in there. And a little bridge. Everything goes across to get on the inside. And here is the other side where the 2009 castle is that we talked about earlier in the video. And there's a back of the Kingdom's Joust set. Great castle set from 2010 range. Here's another look at our Camelot Market. And here's a little wall that I made coming around through the moat. And then here's our lion's den. Gotta have some lions in here. And here is the main inside of the castle. And of course, this is the 90th anniversary. Lion Knight's castle is the main like center keep that I used. And that's pretty much stock as is. But I wanted to give like the interior an upgrade a little bit. And you can see the way the moat comes around there. Around the side there, but I put in the Knights of the Round Table in here because, you know, that's who I have living in this castle. And this opens up and you can see the inside of the set, you know, just stock as is when you build it out of the instruction, but I just wanted to look in there real quick. And then last but not least is our massive Hogwarts mock. The missus has been putting in a ton of work on this thing. This is her pride and joy in our Lego room. She has put in so much time and effort. I'm going to just kind of touch on some of the highlights of it here. But she releases videos pretty frequently going into all the different stuff that is going on in this castle, so you can check the channel for all the different things that she's already talked about. And anything that she hasn't talked about, she will be getting to in due time, so definitely stay tuned for that. She's a massive Harry Potter fan, and she's had a great time putting together this mock with all the different scenes and, you know, classes and the houses, really trying to make it as authentic as she can to the films and really, you know, bring it to life in Lego form, because, you know, that's what she wants to do as a big Harry Potter fan. So if you're a big Harry Potter fan, definitely stay tuned for that, because not just Lego castle themes have castles, but, you know, some of the other themes do as well, and they can release some really great stuff. And, you know, Harry Potter's definitely been putting out a lot of sets that you can work in and do some great castle building with as well. So as we get a look at her great haul, which she doesn't show it off a lot on the channel, that's one thing that we got to get into. So, you know, put down in the comments if you want to see more of this Harry Potter castle. So that's the video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hit a like on the way out.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, You can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.